then acquaint yourself with what the papers are saying today, and we kick starting with the trending headlines from BS Radio TV.com. And this morning we have in the house Comrade Mai Fesinachi. He is the former state chairman, national vice president east of the Nigeria Union of Journalists, AUJ. Welcome to Press Review.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, it is your domain because you belong to the pen profession.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Also with us is Ambassador John Ifejikai, Public Affairs Commentator. Good morning and welcome to Press Review.
Good morning and thank you for having me.
Yeah. Ugo Chimales and I salute you.
Good morning.
Let's do it.
At yahoo.com.
Oh yeah. From absradiotv.com, Silver Jubilee Celebration. COOU management pays courtesy visit to ABS boss, Small Local 6 collaboration.
And now Council Chairman Ibikwe enrolls 1,000 beneficiaries into Anambra State Health Insurance Scheme.
Great Pillars of Anambra Brothers Club inaugurated in Onitsha embarks on specialist hospital project.
Public-private community partnership is seeing a village Nando embarks on road projects.
Adorable family of Agluzibo friends orders big farewell to patriarch late Hannah Adogo.
NCAA to sanction illegal airstrike operators from January next year.
Tinubu congratulates Remo Stars FC for winning 2024-2025 Nigerian Premier League Football League season.
From the Vatican, 135 cardinals to commence election of new Pope May 7th.
And finally, national holiday, Russia declared 72-hour unilateral ceasefire in Ukraine. And now back to the analysts in the studio. Let's take it from there. Let's share your thoughts on the headlines from ABS.
Yes, I want to first and foremost congratulate the Ojukwu University for coming to be 25 years of inception. And I never knew, I thought they are more than 25 years with what they have achieved so far. And it's a good one that they are coming to ABS to ask to partner with them for to seek for collaboration. It's a very good one, and things like that. So it's good because that university have come to stay. And I know that when you go to their teaching hospital, it wasn't like that in other universities that started. Some universities started a very long time. I won't mention their names. State university. They are just shaking, and tomorrow they will die. The next day they will wake up, and the other day they will go for surgery in the theater. But this Ojukwu University, they've done really well, and they've even produced students that has quality. That's the important thing. When you see them wherever they are, you see their students, you know, yes, that they are. It's worth it.
A product of
that university,
Ibarian campus.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Let me come in by commending the financial chairman for trying to ensure the health condition of about 1,000 people.
Is it over 1,000?
Over 1,000.
Yeah.
Is an interesting area where a leader is thinking about the health status of his people.
Yeah.
Health, they say, is wealth.
Yeah.
So if you have a sound health, you can do anything.
Yeah.
You can venture into other areas. Mm-hmm. So health is essential.
Yeah.
So I commend the chairman for looking into that area.
And that's equally a way of giving back to the society.
Yes.
And then giving his, community members a sense of belonging.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I hope other chairmen will emulate him.
Yes. Which is even better than politics of rice and beans.
Rice and beans.
To mark infrastructure.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, if you want to join the conversation, you can call us on 0706 5381320, and if you're watching us live on Facebook, do to drop your comment in the comment section, and we'll read out your comment.
Or you can send in your WhatsApp message to the WhatsApp number 0705-113-8812.
And then remember, when you call, you have just 35 seconds to make your contribution. And then you tell us your name and your location, move away from your radio set, or tune down the volume on your radio set so we can communicate efficiently. Hello. Rule number one broken, and we'll let that go. When you call us, tune down the volume on your radio set or move away from your radio set. Hello. You're breaking the rules this morning, and we won't take that. Yeah, we'll have zero tolerance for that. Okay, you're welcome. Hello.
Hello.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes, good morning.
We can hear you. Go ahead. What was happening? Please, you can call us back. Please, it's not connected. I don't know what's wrong with your end. So, call us back. Okay, we go to Malaysia.
135 cardinals will be converging in Rome, in Vatican City, for the election
of a new pope.
But there's one rule people don't understand about this. The whole 135 cardinals, not all of them are eligible to become pope. Once you are 80 years and above, the line is crossed. But from age whatever down to 79, you can be voted for. And there is this organization that once they go, they sit, they pray, and they start the election, and there is no consensus. At the end of the day, people standing by there, the smoke will tell them that a new pope has not been. When the smoke comes out, it will be black.
Yeah.
And if it comes white, then here comes a new pope.
Yeah.
So you see, if something that started over 1,000 years ago is orderly, why is it that government of some nations cannot be orderly? The question is, why can't they be orderly in what we do, in things we do, and how we do our things? They come out, they do it, they do the voting, and everything goes fine. And the new leader is appointed, and there is been. And even to the time of his death, you don't just announce his death. You go to the Camelengo, that's the cardinal, who will now announce it to other people and call the Bishop of Rome and tell him that the Pope is no more. And they do some other rituals and so on.
Okay.
So it's for us to embrace this, that the church should continually do things in order, for things to work out fine. And I pray that a new Pope will emerge to the glory of God. Exactly. So for some of us here, thinking of certain candidates we have in mind, they are above 80. And they cannot be Pope in this world again.
And I know where you're coming from, because a lot of people are rooting for such people to come in.
Yes, they are above that age.
And then whipping the kind of sentiments of black and white, all these politics and the rest of them.
No.
But they don't say it all.
They can't be Pope again.
Okay.
Yes.
Personally, I don't know if you have any other thing to say, but then let's punctuate with this call. Hello. Good morning. Are you normal? Welcome.
Let's give it up in about that's someone saying and
I know we read a quote from
I think I'm not completely because now who's doing on ground. So this morning, this morning we clean the road that place.
Okay.
We go. I want to mention.
Okay.
Drink that bread.
Oh, Bagam. Hallelujah.
I want to go open you go. That our convert that was due now. That the what outside the from that convert there now.
Okay.
That's almost high on this one out of about 9 which is going to and that time back people the deal so to have this so people any equipment that will give that down so that open a million blue whatever or that's
okay. All right, moving over now to the national dailies from the Punch. Papal elections guided by Holy Spirit, not a politics. That's from Archbishop. Diaspora voting, INEC pushes for constitutional amendment. Hurricane Tinubu, more governors will join. Wow. Somebody is disturbing my flow. Okay, please you can take the next paper. Let me get through with this. Okay, I'm back on track. Yeah, Hurricane Tinubu, more governors will join APC. Ganduje boosts tension among Soniade's children over music legends' whereabouts. NNPCL under fire as $897 million water refinery revamp flops. Water refinery shut down. Water refinery shut down drag zone since January 25. Paraco refinery struggle at under 40% production capacity. Massive power outage ground strains internet in Spain, Portugal, France. Obedience tackles Sanwo-Olu over attack on P2B. Gender advocates held death sentence for late Osinachi's husband. And finally, alleged fraud. Court orders businesswoman Achimugu's appearance. That's from the Punch. And then we're getting over to the Tribune. From the Tribune, this morning we cannot face Tinubu in 2027 to work against him. That's from Delta governor. And then explains why Delta cannot remain in opposition for almost 10 years. Mass defections of Delta PDP to APC, a political tsunami. Tinubu, I am not bothered by defection of governors to APC. That's from A-Rufai. Vatican announces May 7 to elect new pope. UTME, no rescheduling of exams for candidates. That's from a JAMB. Arrests over 40 candidates for impersonation. Naira redesign. Court strikes out 1 billion Naira suit against Buhari, MFLA, CBN. And finally, World Bank water projects fail in Nigeria as scarcity lingers. Okay?
Okay.
No, let's drop The Guardian. And from The Guardian, alleged $1 billion fraud. Suspected CBEX promoter surrenders to FCC. Ohaneze urges Tinubu to accept peace move by pro-Biafra agitators. Jambo, P2B, Bika over early exam schedules. Institutional fees. 51 varsities orders embroiled in illegal deductions from students' loans. Extra charges institutions make on each NEL fund applicant. Court orders Aisha Achimugu to honor EFCC's invitation. Customs receives 6 cargo scanners, targets 67 in 20 years. 2027, INEC seeks law to strip president of power to appoint Rex. Erufai Lukman maintain opposition as APC receives Obroweri Okoa. And finally, husband of late gospel singer Usinachi sentenced to death by hanging. And just before we get back to the analyst, let's Paulie take a look at the Daily Times for today. And from the Daily Times, a suspected CBX promoter surrenders to UFCC for investigation. Pro-Wike group demands proof of a shooting incident at a rally. We are co-owners of APC, not guests. VP Shetima tells Oberwari Okoa orders. Troops arrest 23 suspected oil thieves, recover 180,000 liters of stolen products. Late Usinachi's husband, Nwachukwu, to die by hanging, court orders. And finally from here, CSOs demand justice for 183 killed in Benue Plateau attacks. Okay. First, I just like we want to...
Yes. I'm interested in this on Punch. Gender advocates held death sentence for late Usinachi's husband. Well, I am not in support of violence, and I am not in support of any way to anybody intends to dehumanize fellow man. But, you know, I received that news with mixed feelings. My area of interest is on the welfare and well-being of the children of that family. And I only believe that two wrongs can never make a right.
Yeah.
Those children, they have lost their mother, and they are about to lose their father equally.
But they testify against their father.
They did.
Oh, so what are we talking?
They did.
In court.
It is my right to express myself.
Exactly.
So, those people who are jubilating, let me hope that they have a program to take care of the welfare and well-being of those children. If they have lost their mother, they are going to lose their father.
Yeah.
Who takes care of these children? My interest is about the children.
That's $1 million question.
My interest is about the children.
Yeah.
So let us not kill the woman is dead, the man will soon die, and people will abandon those children.
And by the time the children went there to equally testify against their...
I am not...
I guess we are mindful of the consequences. Or was it done in ignorance?
It was not done. For your information, someone somewhere has promised, and that is in person of Dr. Enenche, that is going to foot their bill from whatever classes to university level. That is one. Then number two, the sisters and relations of Osinachi, that the man never allowed to come into that house, have taken care of their own children, the children of their late sister, and those children are in good hands. You see, this thing is a lesson to tyranny and wickedness. Men should be very careful. You don't beat a woman as if they listen. A woman is equal. Even some women also beat their husbands as well. Yeah. So I'm happy you are saying that. Some women also beat their husbands. You don't beat your partner as if your partner is a punching bag. That wickedness. The car that the woman bought, he will be driving and the woman will be taking home. But I blame the church 100%. They knew all these things, they will have sanctioned that man.
And they kept quiet.
They kept quiet. So now that we want to give scholarship to these children, it's medicine after death. If they had initially done something to stop all this rubbish, they will not be in this mess.
Exactly.
So it's for other church leaders to be very careful. Once something comes to you as a report that a man is maltreating his wife, banging her as if he's a boxer.
Yeah.
As if it's Muhammad Ali against George Foreman.
George Foreman.
Yes, you don't do that. Or the Frazier. You begin to show the woman your wickedness, your anger, and so on. This is where it ends.
Yeah.
For us to know that the law will take its course.
Yeah.
So let us be very careful.
Yeah. The man is no longer.
And
the man is no longer here. Now the man.
Now the children will follow suit. Because they say when elephant fight, the grass that suffer, the children are the people suffering.
Aside that, he has been sentenced to death by hanging, whatever form. When last did you hear about mass hanging or killing of people that have been sentenced to death? So he's probably going to still be alive, and if he's going to be killed, it's not instantly. We've not even heard about those that have been sentenced to death by hanging who have been hanged.
If he's still alive and then incarcerated, what we use is being alive.
According to what he's saying, what other punishment do you want to give to him? Any punishment you're going to give to him, he will still be behind bars. That is the point. He will still be behind bars.
Until the last day, no?
And until the last day, whatever the last day is going to be. But the last day is not going to be.
He may no longer be in the public domain.
He's probably going to stay there and rot in jail for the rest of the year.
The way they normally do it, when the time comes,
last?
You wouldn't know about that. They will just call him, take him to the hangman's news, and then the deed is down.
I know what she's saying.
Yes.
Now that's the dispensation of justice.
The king was sentenced by hanging. The thing is that he's not going to have access to his children.
That's what I'm saying.
So all of them.
You are in prison. And
there is no other punishment. I think is befitting for someone who killed someone. So he's like,
death by hanging on.
If you die by this, killed by the hair, an eye for an eye, aura for aura.
Yeah.
And
okay.
In the other place, we read one of the stories that says about mass killing in Benue.
Yes.
And the government pretended as if nothing happened. People are being killed every day, not only in Benue. In Plateau, the same thing is repeating itself. And government kept quiet. The federal government kept quiet. And here we are talking about Hurricane Tinubu, mass governors, more governors will join APC.
Yeah.
The government is interested in this area. Yeah. But people are being killed on daily basis. Government has never made any statement concerning that.
Remember, when the governor came back from his overseas trip, he had a meeting with service chiefs and then...
You mean the president?
Yeah. And then informed them of to reject the security architecture and then wake up. I don't know.
Let us not be deceived. We have been having meetings with service chiefs. What has come out of it? That is the question. I said killings are still going on daily basis.
So what you want?
And the government kept on having meetings.
And the meetings is bringing non-kinetic.
Yes.
What we want is kinetic actions.
Remember
where you go. But I understand that a foreign country has landed in Borno State. We are waiting to get this information right, where they want to stop this issue of Boko Haram and something like that. Because I see it as, I really agree with him, because the government is punishing the military. You're overwhelming them, and you don't want this war to end. That shows certain individuals are gaining something on the continuity of all this problem we are having in this country.
And government
will be getting by
Nigeria is on siege.
Decimating people.
What will they be getting? Money. It is political somehow.
So they place money above.
They buy things, they will tell you, look, human beings, this is a country. Human beings, they don't care. They do. Is it not some normal individual that go and kidnap fellow human beings?
Yes.
For ransom. And they may be your friends, they may be your relations.
Yeah.
And when you see them in the society, you give them respect. They will answer so many dirty names and telling you they are rich men and so on, and they are into evil.
Okay.
What I'm saying.
Just 1 minute. Yes, welcome this caller. Hello.
Good ABS, good morning.
Good morning.
Well, yeah, can I end on a studio? What
Okay, you called before, it wasn't through. Thank God it's through now.
Yes. Everybody is security.
Yes.
Oh, well, a picture of a policeman, corporal that was being dismissed from Nigerian police now because he was searching a phone. And the boy was telling him that the Inspector General of Police said he should not do this. The police were able to get his name from his name tag and they were dismissed. Anambra State security. People should not stop putting the hood over their head. They should stop disguising. Let us know the people that we are dealing with. Okay. The security industry is not acceptable. Good morning and God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
Bless you too. Let's drop the other, some of the headlines from the national dailies before you step in again.
From the Daily Times, we have your co-owners of APC, not guests, VP Shatima.
Okay, sorry, we've done Daily Times. We can move to the next.
Okay, from Vanguard, WAEC NECO will begin CBT exams by 2026, coming from the federal government. Conclave starts May 7th. Cardinals say new pope must tackle abuse. PIA implementation comes on the knock as experts pick holes in NNPCL's operations. Still on Vanguard, defection to APC, Oborowori Okoa created political tsunami not seen before. Coming from Tinubu, more governors will move. Coming from Oborowori, our decision for good of Deltans. Coming from Okoa, defection of high-profile politicians, governors widely exaggerated, has no electoral value. Coming from RFI. Unlawful trial of Nnamdi Kanu and affront to rule of law, national justice, coming from IPOP. Local airports without permits face sanctions from 2026, coming from NCAA. These are the stories from Vanguard. From the Independent, NHIS at risk amid rising costs of healthcare, poor regulation. Governor has only one vote. Elections are won by people. Coming from RFI. Afenifere makes case for state police enforcement of anti-terrorism law. INEC, NAC, plus others strategize on reforms to strengthen elections. Court sentences Osinachi's husband to go Dr. Datwab. NCAA threatens to sanction aerodromes without valid permit. Telecom subscribers grown over poor service despite tariff hike. Ababio pledges legislative backing for police reforms. Moving on to Daily Trust, NEC Delta Caretaker Committee top agenda as TDP National Working Committee meets today. Tinubu is isolated, coming from Baba Ahmed. Electricity-related incidents kill 112 in 2024. We can win without governors, coming from RFI. How local government election exposed rift between Niger government, DEP. Benue court violence claims 20 lives in 6 months. Residents flee as Boko Haram intensifies attacks on Adamawa villages. These are the stories from Daily Trust. And finally, at the Nation, we have WAEC NECO to adopt full CBT mode next year. Speaker backs bill on party funding. Workers pending 5 months wage award for payment. Lawyers litigants deploy attacks on court buildings. Cardinals enter conclave for Pope selection May 7. 6 stands to defend Nnamdi Kanu in terrorism trial. FRS asks banks to close unauthorized tax account. Defection, okay, we're done on that, and as well, that's all from the trending source of national dailies. And finally from the Nation, Lagos police raise strike force to battle criminals, and that's all from the national dailies.
All right. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
This is
and the governor and the ambassador, Ivechika. I so much by your voice on ABS whenever I come to ABS for analysis. I so much congratulate you people on this program. I want to talk about the defection of Nigerian governors to APC. Okay. It has nothing to do with the minds of the electorate in Nigeria. Let us disregard their defection. It is only the governor has defected. It is not the electorate. We shall use the example of what happened in 2023 to do the needful in the forthcoming election of 2027. But our problem is the INEC.
Yeah.
If INEC can do the right thing, their defection is nothing. Again, I'm so much happy about the movement that told the governor of Lagos State to stop abusing P2P. That should not be done. That should not be done. I don't see the reason the man should be abusing P2P. Thirdly, I want to bring to your notice what happened in Okano. Please, the scenario that happened in Isa and Ocha and this Atala and the room is now happening in Obote. War is moving in Obote. Please, I'm asking you to use this region to notify the governor of Anambra State about the war, the internal war that is moving in Obote. The guns that you shoot. Some people say that it is our cars that they saw that went to Obote yesterday. The sound of guns that shoot at Obote yesterday. We had it in the Benin, even in Amansi yesterday. We hear them when we are happening at Amansi. So it is unbearable. Please, we are taking Anambra State government.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you for your contribution. Yeah, back to my face, Nachi.
Okay. On Daily Independent. On the issue of INEC, NANS, others strategize on reform to strengthen election. I think one is tired of these rhetorics. Before the last presidential election, INEC came up with documents that are convincing, on strategies to conduct free, fair, and credible elections. But what happened? At the end of the day, INEC modeled things up. And here now, INEC is saying that they are strategizing. I think INEC...
They are really strategizing.
INEC is
maybe this time around they'll get it right. Like the last caller said.
As far as I'm saying...
The last caller said if INEC will do the needful, that defection doesn't matter. And you cross the air. So I don't know. So maybe they are strategizing to do the needful. Oh yeah.
when the chairman of INEC is not Humphrey Mutu.
Then he has moved to stop the appointment of by the president, so that they will be independent too.
No,
not just independent in principle.
What when you talk of, you see, the APC government, as a matter of fact, have already, even our so-called judiciary, they've pocketed all these things. So if you are able, this is a country where somebody came first in an election.
I know judiciary, but I don't know so-called judiciary.
Listen to me. This is the situation. This is a country where somebody came first, and suddenly you made the man who came fourth to be number one. And
declare him as the winner.
I mean, you see, there are certain things that when you say it, but I agree with what El Rufai is saying, that election can be won in this country without governors. Yeah. I want you to know this, without governors. Governor has one vote. And I've seen where governors brought money and give to people, and people went ahead to vote their choice.
Yes.
It has happened in this country before.
Okay.
So, for anybody to come and say, we are going to do all these things, no. But the only problem is that it depends on that same Herufai that is talking.
Wow.
If Herufai will be, let Article step down. If two of them agree and say we are bringing out something serious, they will sweep the election. And you see, there's no point.
My worry is that mega party, this other party, defections, at the end of the day, pecuniary interest will still play out. And then
But
they'll begin to collapse again like
Yeah, but they were able to beat PDP. Remember what happened? When all these parties merged.
Yes.
And with all those things, they started, they dealt with PDP.
Yeah.
You know, because PDP said they will rule and rule.
Yes.
But they never, what happened to them was a shock, just like what Arsenal did to Madrid.
And now we're dovetailing into a kind of a one-party state. So
yeah, the governors can have their own party.
Yeah.
It will be governors' party. All of them will be there. And now the people will decide. In 1958, there was a coup d'etat by civilians against the military in Sudan. So what are we talking? People are fed up.
Yeah.
People are fed up. We are tired. And one day people will revolt. And that is where we are heading to.
We're not going to have time, actually.
But the problem is that...
just 3 seconds, please.
Okay, we have lost confidence in INEC. Because based on the power conferred on that body, it is INEC that will declare whoever they feel that is the winner. So
if you're not comfortable with that, you go to court.
You go to court.
Yeah.
Even the court, you don't have confidence in it. So I think that
is the court no longer the last hope of the community?
No, not the hope of
Are you not in Nigeria?
It's a place for placing a poor man.
Wow. Yes.
All right, you have a message on Facebook. Nnamdi Ezimora watching from Akwihede town in Nnewi South. And we're down to come to the end of the show this morning. I want to thank you so much for coming, Ambassador John Ifejika, Public Affairs Commentator.
Thank you so much.
Former State Chairman and then National Vice President East of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ, Comrade Ma Ifesinachi Ifechukupulu. Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah. Okay, at least we are here to, share your thoughts on some of the headlines from your people. Well, yes.
Yes.
As a former chairman and now the VC Southeast of the watchdogs of the society.
You are correct.
All right, I'm going to put it at 9 o'clock. We'll be on to Zuka Anambra. Thanks for joining us on today's press review.
And I am Uche Chukwu Ebonam. Stay with us.